The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on first down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. Boom.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Here's a first down run with Collins. Oh, a nice spin. Still fighting for tackles. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Spinning past him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Now this time Mahomes will throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying, the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Accelerating, and off he goes.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about it.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Shane Ray in there to bury him for a loss of 11. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Shane Ray in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Fielded at the 33. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And out come the Chiefs now. Well, they've got to be saying, boy, thanks for this field position.
Yeah, remember their last drive in which they scored a touchdown. That one also began in excellent field position, so let's see if they can capitalize a second time.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now Collins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This is Collins on the handoff. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's Collins. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shane Ray in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And that's caught inside the 30. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 51 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Mahomes now on 1st down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes being chased out left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a give to Collins. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. They run with Collins. And he spins through. And now running right through it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there. And you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Second down, here's Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Jackson now. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 49 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Butker now to kick this one away. And now here come the Ravens. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football, that makes big plays, and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And Matthews has it right side. A good pickup there, a 22.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And he rifles one incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. Aguilar has it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe better to see. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
23 yards on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like you did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
And able to find Conley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go again with Collins. Look at the spin. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Ravens on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D. Ford able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. On first down, Mahomes. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. They go play action here on first down. This is caught. Watkins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. And the Ravens taking the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And again, it's Collins. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, a loss would have really hurt as it stands. All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A first down throw, Darnold. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold, eluding the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Watch him now, Barney!
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Darnold from the gun. Forced out to his left. So left side, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. First down, it's Darnold. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's brought down. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have the ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Ballhard looking to throw on 2nd down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And this may be a free play for Ballhard. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Lucky 56.
It's Ballhard off play action. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Whitaker. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Lucky 56.
15 yards through the air and a first down. From the gun, here's Ballhard. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Ballhard got his man complete over the middle. It's Perry. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. A beautiful spin and room to run. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the red zone now, Ballhard is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Nyheim Hines, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
On first down, Darnold. Complete. Richardson has it. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Room to run past midfield. Oh, he slipped right by it. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Saquon Barkley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No, check. Patriot!
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll fake it. Now Lauletta finds a seam inside the 40. Wide open receiver complete. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Lauletta to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Whitaker. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Detroit! Detroit!
Ballhard looking for a first down throw, and that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now let's go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Darnold. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. Back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Detroit!
Ballhard on 1st down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Gone!
Here's Ballhard now on 2nd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now Lawletta on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, 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 gun.
Out of the gun, Lawletta. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fighting him off. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, 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 gun.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Darnold. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Oh, this is blocked. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt. And the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a tempo program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
Yeah, a nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. A big run there by Gurley. 63 yards. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Leopard!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Coming off play action, Lauletta. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 36 yards out. And Myers able to knock it through. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing on third down, Lauletta. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Lauletta. They are going for it. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Here's Lauletta, and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Loletta. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. They needed 18 yards, and that's exactly what they got. And by the nose of the football, it's a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Over! Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued. Let
me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Gun! Detroit! Gun! Hot!
Darnold from the gun, steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a big third down conversion with a gain of 28. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 7. And it'll set him back for second down.
For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you can see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, it might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that and he's not in sync with what they're doing up front, well, this is when you end up with plays like this. A bad one for the offense, a really good one for the defense.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Darnold on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24.
Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, here's Lauletta. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here's Darnold now on second down. Buying time to his left. Now he's got it at the 15. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 45 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On second down, Darnold to Barkley on the check down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. They have the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding a big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't playmakers. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta over the middle, complete. That's Perry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriots. Gun.
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. 30. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Todd Gurley, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. From the gun, here's Lauletta. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Darnold to throw again. Being chased out left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. First down, Loletta. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, it's Darnold. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that, they fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And some room to work. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Past the 20, 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Todd Gurley with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. The extra point now coming from Myers. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will get him 1 closer. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They begin with a run by Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now it's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Darnold from the red zone now. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gun! Gun!
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing again is Darnold. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting block.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Here's Darnold. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now out come the Giants. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Right back to him on first down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here's Lawletta now on second. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense,
Detroit!
as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Lawletta on first down. He's going to let it fly. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Lawletta. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.